What is this looking for? Hold on. Excuse me, dude. Alright. Let's listen to this dumbass. If it will load my computer.
In the bore, collapsed and stuck in the bore, and took a couple days of soaking it with penetrating oil and pissing around with it. Finally got it out, and camshaft looked great.
Camshaft looked great. All right. Where's that truck? Where's the truck with the bad transmission? Aren't you a mechanic? Can't you fix that shit? I seen this one video. I think it was on YouTube, but don't quote me on that. Dude talked about every single piece of a transmission, every single part. While he took it apart, it took him 30 minutes. He didn't put it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't put it back together, but maybe he did. I don't know. But he actually could do that shit because he was a real mechanic and not a fake YouTube mechanic. And, like, dude, I can call you on all your bullshit.
Right at the height of the COVID parts shortage. And the more popular the part, harder to get. You know, you'd think it'd be the opposite, right? But no. The GM parts, man, they were really struggling getting those. I mean, there was times you couldn't even get a starter or a valve cover gasket, right? So we order these parts, and they're telling me anywhere from 5 to 7 days to get a head gasket for it. So I ordered a head gasket, and I pushed it outside.
Who asked?
Well, in the meantime, dude
and
the girl break up. And it's her vehicle. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it belonged to her. I thought it belonged to them. And it's her vehicle, and she wants her vehicle back right now.
Why is he telling the story?
And there's a problem. It's all tore apart, and we're waiting on parts. So right now, it ain't going to happen. And so her dad, like in Florida or somewhere, calls me and threatens me. I'll tell you what, buddy, I know. He's like Rusty, or not Rusty, but Tom's here. He thinks that, you know, you can threaten people and tell, I know lawyers, and I know everybody, and I got connections, and I know everything, and I'm smarter than everybody, and I've done this all kind of stuff before, and I know everything there is to know, and there's no way it takes 5 days to get gaskets. I said, well, I hate to tell you, but it does, and you're just not going to, there's nothing that can be done about it. You're just going to have to wait on it, and, you know, sorry that happened, but, you know, it is what it is. It's my problem. If you call me again, if you threaten me again, I'll just push the son of a bitch outside.
Idiot, can't even spell
and that's that, because I didn't agree to get involved in any of this shit. I was doing a favor for a neighbor.
Right. Ain't no sauce.
So, these videos were made
what is this story for?
Purely
who asked?
For documentation purposes.
Anyone? Did you ask?
That if this dipshit did think he would, he probably wouldn't even make it to court.
Dude, you clearly don't keep
your
chat.
But you got to take people serious when they make a threat like that, and you're talking about a bill over $1,000.
Everything he says is shit, dude.
And on top of that, you know,
although I respect,
I'm going to make sure I get paid. So I made the videos just as documentation, because here's what happened. See, this is what Thomas here would do, and Rusty would do, or Frank would do, right? They would not want to pay. They'd be just like this guy. They'd blame the shop because the parts take 5 days. and then
No,
threaten
I
not
would blame
to
the
pay.
shop. I would just say,
Like the shop has some control over General Motors parts, right? So I just made the videos document because what they'll do, and I've had it, running shops for years. You can just imagine. I've seen about everything, right? One time or another, I've seen just about everything. So make a video to document that, if they try to blame you for a dent or try to blame you for something in the seat, or, there's people out there, if you fix their lifter tick and their headlight goes bad a month later, it's your fault. I mean, that's life working in the service industry, you two Delraj, you two simpletons. That's life. And if you guys weren't just grunt labor, you'd know this kind of stuff. I guarantee you there's people in the chat right now shaking their head, yeah, hear what you're saying. Guarantee you, these guys that do remodel work, if you go in, fix the countertop, it's your fucking fault the bathroom door don't shut right. Same shit. So that's why these videos were made. So now that you know what you're looking at, let's listen to this.
If it shut perfectly before you did your shit, it's your fault.
That he's been so successful at.
Unless it's like your house, and who cares, man?
Or is that? But I don't like to put words in his mouth or change anything. I'll let you explain it in his own words. Are you okay over there, Tubby Butt, son?
Sorry, I got caught up on him putting shit in his mouth. I apologize.
I apologize for that as well. I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to this man. And, to be fair, I think if the man has achieved everything that he says he has, I think he deserves all the credit. So,
fair enough.
Go ahead and continue.
All right. Let's do it to it.
We diagnosed the vehicle, found that it had a collapsed lifter, and we put a new lifter in.
Oh my God. What?
Because the customer was impatient and completely couldn't understand that, it takes a week to get parts, you can't control that.
All right. Hold on. Now this is pretty nice. It's pretty okay. Now, I'm not gonna sit there through all that. I know what's gonna happen. I know what he's gonna say. I know it all. I heard it all. He said it all. I bet you could find word for word every single word he's saying if you clip it through all his little live streams. He said the same exact shit over and over, just different phrases or different wordings or whatever, dude. Let's go here. Alright, first let's go here. I like this one. Now, let me go to the comment section real fast while we're doing it. So, disclaimer, isn't my video comes from Ryan Woodcock. Came from Ryan Woodcock. I mean, I've never seen him in real life, dude. But if I did, I would. But came from Ryan Woodcock. Appreciate you, buddy.
Jack! It's me. Seahorse. Yeah, it's me.
On that interview.
It's me. Come holler at me.
I ain't gotta holler at you.
Come talk to me. Hey, Johnny, I know it ain't like that. Yeah. Nah, nigga. Get my blood. Bruh, what's up? Huh? It's me, it's Seahorse, in the flesh. What's up, fam? It's Johnny, y'all.
Look how scared he
all the
was.
men dudes talking all that shit.
All that boy, he said, yeah.
For real.
About to piss himself.
And texting me with that bullshit.
Don't be texting me with that bullshit. Dude, he tried to do that shit with me, and then he got his ass whooped. Look. Sorry, but I was far from scared, LOL. When he put that phone down, he told me he loved me. He knows he don't want to smoke. You dumbass. No, you didn't. Alright, let's watch the ending of that, and it's right here. I'm not gonna say you through the whole entire thing.
Alright, let's just see how hard this guy is.
Let's see how hard he is.
I really fight for this shit. Oh, you shoot? What you gonna shoot? Shoot something, man.
Go ahead.
Shoot something.
Go ahead.
Shit, I'm right here. It's the reason right here. Ain't it?
Running for his life.
Telling me he didn't run. Bitch, you're
Bruh.
fat as fuck.
I shouldn't have said that part. Although he is really fat, but I could have said something more better. But in the end, I mean, I meant it all the same. Against him, though, I don't really care. Alright, now we'll go back here. We'll go to my channel. 3 weeks ago. Oh no.
You're good at calling people names.
You're good at calling
Your
people
biggest supporter is Castro. You know that, right?
Alright.
He's the biggest pussy ever. Like, he ain't gonna do shit. He ain't about nothing. And he ain't gonna fuck with no one.
That is the right one, because he ain't about shit. He ain't about nothing, and he ain't gonna fuck with nobody. Not in real life. Alright, this should be the one.
I would never in my life tell someone I'm going to come for them and shoot them.
Never. Now, you might see where dumbass owes me money. Here it is. Mr. Dumbass.
You and your buddy, and then the girl was saying shrooms all
No, that was
Do you know the dickhead? He didn't know I was the one in the chat. He didn't know that was me there the whole entire stream. I guess he forgot. What a dumbass. Wasn't saying that. Didn't say that. You did, Mr. Bud Light. I don't know his name. I didn't see him on your panel again, so I don't know. We're saying all this crazy shit. The other girl came in, started dogging me, saying all this crazy shit. What drugs were you taking that day, dude? Did you forget what you were saying? And it's fucking hilarious because you don't delete your videos. And if you do, I don't pay enough attention. But the ones I'm talking about, they can't be deleted because, one, I saved them all. You dumbass. Deleted it. I don't give a fuck. Second off, you're an idiot. Look at this. Listen to this.
Somebody else, son.
And you
I
were
never
next
said
with them.
shrooms.
He literally fucking agreed with the dude. All night the dude was saying it, and he was like, yeah. He was stoned out of his gourd or whacked out of his mind. And he did say stoned out of his gourd. And I'm pretty sure if you look hard enough, he said whacked out of his mind. Guarantee. Like, I'm 98% sure, so 2% maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
On the stream, you didn't tell anyone.
Okay, so before
On the stream, he didn't tell anyone that, and I was there like, what a dumbass.
this continues to play, that dog right there is me. So it's
By the way, that's me on the stream. But that's a different stream. The one I'm talking about is going to be after this, but again, that is me.
sounds like me because it is me.
Right. It is me. Hello.
So whenever you think he didn't make a bet with you, that's me.
Well, I'm not.
Wait. One quick thing. That is me in October. My hair is not growing that fast. What the fuck? I'll go back to this.
I'm not going to argue with you. If you've got the clip, you're going to win $500.
Oh, as I just said, that was back in October. So that was October 16th when I made this video. And when I made that video, still waiting on our money, that was October 8th. So, I mean,
Me waiting on my $500.
me still waiting on my $500.
If you're not even willing to acknowledge the facts,
I don't understand why did he say that? Why does he say that bullshit? Because this is facts. Where's my $500? This is facts. Came out of his mouth, his fucking mouth, right? All right.
about the topic, there's no point in talking.
That's the thing. What fucking topic? Everything you say is bullshit. And if it's not, you have an excuse for every fucking thing. Whole line of criminal record, whole line of all these charges. I got an excuse for this. I got an excuse for that. Charged for not paying child support. The kids were living at my house, actually, and they were trying to charge me for child support, but I was paid for everything, and they were living with me. Charged for domestic violence. No, it wasn't like that. I was just trying to get away, and I just like pushed her. I didn't hit her. You know how it is whenever women are crazy, and I just pushed her. Like, I don't remember every fucking thing you said. Charged with a decent exposure. We were just in the woods in the middle of nowhere having sex, and the park ranger came. And he didn't really catch her. He was just trying to talk to her, and he wouldn't let her put some clothes on. And I said, no, buddy, you're going to let her put some clothes on. And he didn't. So that's why she didn't get charged, but I did, because I stood up. I wasn't going to let that little fucking park ranger, or what was he called, game warden, talk to her without no shirt on. So only I got charged because I'm a badass and I stood up to the fucking game warden. Alright. Plenty of other sick shit on there. And the fact is, every single thing that he has been charged for, and I don't condemn anyone. We all make fucking mistakes. We all do shit, you regret. But every fucking thing he's been charged with, he talks shit about someone else for the exact same thing, if not something lesser. That is fucked up.
Go. That Ryan Upchurch was completely manic and out of his fucking mind, chasing goddamn ghosts around the fucking internet. You're just being willfully ignorant and just pretending you didn't see what you saw.
Well, actually, what I'm about to say is I didn't see that, so I'm not pretending. I literally didn't see that, so I'm like, you want me to lie?
Actually, I didn't see that. I didn't pretend. And before all this, I was on the panel, and he was talking a lot of shit still, and then he kicked me.
By the way, there's Mr. Bud Light, Mr. Dumbass, and that other one on the bottom, white one, is a girl. Mr. I'm a fucking idiot and want to talk shit whenever I'm off the panel. Alright.
But, I didn't see that, and I'm not going to say I did see something I didn't see, dude. Unlike you, I stick to what's fact-based and what's real.
Fact-based and real, like, I'm pretty easy to predict. I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. If it's not fact-based or real, then I don't really care.
Hey, Ryan put a video out, and I remember this like months ago, and he was trying mushrooms. He said,
"So you can't tell me he didn't do mushrooms. Oh, he only did it." No, I didn't say that. I never said that, and you'll hear me explain it, so I'm not gonna read it. But like I said, first off, surely people microdose. Okay, they microdose all day, every day, but you ain't gonna get stoned or fucking seeing things, or you ain't gonna go manic. Man, you can't. You're not gonna do it. And if you do a high amount of mushrooms every day, let's say you take 4 grams, and you get real fucked up. Next day you're gonna have to take 6 grams, and then 9 grams, and then it gets more and more and more. And I know Ryan is pretty fucking, rich, but he's not gonna. Your tolerance builds up way too fast, you dumbass. And then later on, he admitted that and tried to play backwards. I'm smart enough to know. No, you just saw my video and stole my shit.
Yeah, tell me. And now, out of the whole entire night, that's Mr. Bud Light kept saying that, and Psycho kept going with it.
He did.
To say and even suggest you didn't is a blatant lie, dude.
It's bullshit.
This just proves it. And if you go back to that live stream he did, it'll prove it even more. But I'm not gonna sit here and do that, even though I already did.
Even if he deleted
it,
I'm just not doing it for the video. Is what I mean. I definitely did it before when I made this and all.
Dude, I seen every fucking second of that.
The other videos I made.
This is a video. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, he's already told you. He's told you to your face that he trips.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
I said, well, the bet wasn't even with him.
Actually, it was with me. You made more than one, you dumbass. Did we not just see that clip? Did everyone not just see that fucking clip? All these motherfuckers right here want to talk their shit. That's fucking what's wrong with this society. No one's held accountable anymore. In tribes in South Africa, if you're caught stealing, they stone you to death or kill you, or they cut your fingers off, or all this other crazy shit. But you can go here, talk your shit, say whatever you want, and yet nobody's held accountable. Like, that's what's fucked up. That's what's fucked up. I don't want to go to a country where you get stoned to death for stealing. I don't think you should get killed or your fingers cut off for stealing. That's really crazy. Well, you know what I do think? You should be held accountable.
Well, actually, the $500 one was, and he said he told you to his face. He trips.
So, and I'm telling you now, meth is not a psychedelic, dude. Are you retarded? Marijuana is not a psychedelic. Heroin, not a psychedelic.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and roast you a lot more because I could, and if you guys want to see him get roasted somewhat, here's my channel. It's called...
I'm not gonna lie, whatever roast I was thinking in my head, I probably already put it in a video, or I don't know, man. I don't know. But all you have to do is take 2 seconds out of your day, watch, look, this way you close your eyes, randomly pick a spot inside his live stream, any video, 5 seconds, time it, 5 seconds, and there's a bunch of stuff you could fucking roast him about.
This.
Now, granted, don't be that asshole who picks 5 seconds of a music video he does at the beginning of a live stream. Because that wouldn't be random. That's the beginning of the live stream. But, you know, anywhere when you go after the music video part, we'll just say that. Then, any 5 seconds. Music, you can't roast someone off their music taste, dude. Everyone has different tastes. That one don't count. But real life stuff, you can. Like, how full of shit he is. How he thinks he's all this, but he's really an old man.
And all these videos, and roasting the fuck out of him.
Alright, now I'm gonna go to... Hold on. I'm gonna go to my favorite one. It's really bad, and after that, I don't got nothing else. I just talked a lot of shit, but where is it at? Hold on. It's like my favorite one that's really bad. Right here. 6
There's something you need to know. Please. I'm Chris Hansen. No, you're not. Yes, sir? No, you're not. Yes, sir?
That's exactly how I feel whenever I show him clips of what he's saying, and he's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Like, honestly, man. Like, are you gonna convince me that's not you? Well, obviously that wasn't him. I edited that, but like, or like, listen to this one I'm making.
So, congratulations, Johnny Goldblum.
And by the way, this one can't be monetized. I don't think none of mine can, but I don't care.
We'll make a video for you too, buddy.
Dag burn.
Now that was funny, but we're gonna skip that one. Now, go here.
In someone's life.
Imagine
The kind of slander that never goes away, that follows you through your entire life. Because
now, sadly, this is something that I really don't want to go back into. I think it's kind of not good to be like that. So, we all know he talked a lot of shit about his son who sadly died, and he had a piece of shit father. He talked so much shit at the beginning about his son. I'm not going to replay this. That's fucked up, dude. I just realized that. But we can skip some now. There's where he, right here, look.
Your pants down, flapping in the breeze.
See that? Without all your smoke and mirrors, no one would stomach this garbage.
What'd he say? Garbage?
Now, addiction is a real thing, and a lot of people get addicted and they never get the proper help they needed. His son had a piece of shit father who never helped him, obviously, and I think it's no. I'm not gonna look down on anyone for saying shit about that because he talked so much shit about his own son. But I mean, I'm not doing that no more, dude. You gotta have a little more respect, even though he doesn't. And I'm like, it's fair game because he don't give a fuck. But at the same time, so like I said, I personally don't look down on that, but you know, that's fucked up. And then he'll correct you too. It wasn't heroin. It was meth. I'm like, and that's much better. And that's much better, dude. Like I can't imagine any respectable human being who, you know, if you ever faced addiction, then you should know exactly how hard it is, right? So, and I've seen where someone talked about it, try going a day without your phone. Now, honestly, I have quite a few times, but that's because either I forgot my charger and it died, or I misplaced my phone. But did I want my phone really bad all day? Yes, I did. I was bored every fucking second. I don't have my phone. I'm bored. Like when I'm at work and there's no customers or nothing, I'm fucking bored, dude. Or like if there's nothing to do, like if I did everything, I'm fucking bored. And I want my phone. It's like that with drugs or whatever the fuck you're addicted to. If you're addicted to anything in life, it's not easy. And when you have a piece of shit father like that, it's really not easy. Because you see, all he does is lie. Yeah, addicted. Yeah. So, my dad's ex-wife was addicted to cigarettes too. She said they were cool when she was a kid, but then she got addicted, and there's that. But like, I could go on and on where the guy is so full of shit. Like, and you know, from October, I would say from after I posted all that shit, I went almost like maybe 2 weeks, or I try to go a month without even fucking worrying about it. But everything out of his mouth, if I go there and I watch a stream, everything out of his mouth is so like it makes no sense. People believe him. And this one is not my best video. I don't know, man. Well, let's just say both of my dads, so my sister's dad and my dad, were abusive people to my mom. So, and then my sister's dad was abusive to more than my mom. So there's that. So I know how it is to have someone like that, but luckily for me, I'm not addicted, so I'm not gonna die over addiction. No, what he needs to do is all he has to do is admit to people that he's wrong, and never speak to me again, and anyone else because he's wrong, or pay me the 500, and then that's about it. You don't have to admit nothing, but. That's exactly right. And the thing with Stone Dad, or whatever he wants to be called, which I was, well, if you can see on my videos, I was with him for a minute, and then, I don't know, I just kind of stopped 2 months ago, and then also I did go over a month without doing nothing, but then he kept talking shit about the bets, and I'm like, even if you didn't hop on his stream and that was a fake account, you made a different bet with him, and I have that on video too, so you still owe him for that. That's the whole idea. He said, be honest, have integrity. First off, he made excuses on every single charge. I've never had a criminal charge. Nothing wrong with people having criminal record. Some people are real nice, but lying about it, having excuses, not owning up to anything is wrong. I don't know which one it was, and I don't think I want to. Oh. No, that one is not my best video. This one might be it.
So look at his latest thing right here. There's him. Truth, integrity. Talk about rap. Lies. Uncle Will.
No, the fact of the matter is he has an army of 4 point something K, or if he got 5K, I haven't.
Are you serious?
Right now, 88 people are watching. I can guarantee 70, at least 70 of those people are fighting on his side for no reason. They don't even know what he's talking about. I would say at least 75 people out of the 88 right there have no idea what he's talking about. 5 of them are loyal people.
I'm not going to go into complete detail, but I'll show you a few clips real fast to see how much integrity you really have.
The fact of the matter is, honestly, if you ask anyone who wants to defend him what exactly he's talking about, they probably don't even know. 1 minute it's Ryan addicted to shrooms, they're doing cocaine or something, I don't know. He changed it every other stream. Recently, I haven't been hearing that. So if you ask someone and they say that, then you know they really don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, when are you gonna pay Stone Dad and me?
Now, again, I was going off the assumption that fake account was real, and I've been and I don't need to clear it up because, again, the one when I said he owed me money is still real. Obviously, it was him in the clip, and when I made the other video, I saw him. He said a bet with real money, and you can't construe real money from fake money, and he still owes some money for other stuff, dude. Like, I'm not gonna keep going for Stone Dad or whatever he wants to be called. That's on him now. But I'm saying if he's gonna say anything like he doesn't owe anyone money, then I for sure will mention it. But I ain't gonna go like I was before. It seems like every single time I get on there, he just says some of the stupidest shit, and it, like, I know you're not, I don't need to worry about it. I have a whole nother life, but at the same time, like, this dude's saying accountability. I have all these houses. I'm so rich, and then he goes on and on about, oh, all these people have to one up me. How can I one up you? You have a bunch of rental properties. You said you're retired, but you're still working, so any money you make, you can blow. Any money I make out of my paycheck will go to paying rent, buying food, paying for gas. Like, I don't know anyone who's going to one-up you. Ryan Upchurch can one-up you, but what does he care? And exactly, I realized... again, I have nothing against Stone Dad. I was watching his shit for a minute. And then I was mostly there because all the stupid allegations of these women or stuff. Which, personally, I don't like that. How people just randomly believe whatever they hear. But then I'm like, he can handle his own. So I'm like, why am I doing all this for someone when I can just handle myself? It seems like the more I go to buy some food, the less food I get, and I pay more money for it. So you're right about that. And then I have a V6, so I don't get good gas mileage. So pretty soon, I don't even know. But yeah, I don't got much extra money.
Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again. It don't work that way, son.
So...
And yeah, I was there. Last year I was there with. He got into an argument with his his mom's girlfriend, which in reality, I mean, I understand that whenever I was younger, which I'm not his age, but and I was still living at home, you get that sense of entitlement for whatever reason, but you're not, I don't know, man. I just couldn't do that now. If someone was going to pay my rent and shit, I would feel lucky and I would do whatever they wanted, honestly. Yeah, I don't know.
We don't.
And then whenever people want to go after me or something for $500, like you really need $500, and it was never the fact I needed it. Do I want $500? Yeah, I do. And did he say he would give me $500? Yeah, he did. So should we not hold people accountable? In this day and age, look, if I go to someone and if I go to work and I go to someone and say I'm gonna give you this money, and then I don't, they're gonna be pretty mad, and then probably quit or something. I don't know. Well, probably not quit, but I mean they're probably not gonna be my friend or nothing if I promise them money and then don't give them no money. I mean, it's not that me and my sister's dad did not get along. It's that he got angry really fast, and whenever I was starting through life, I didn't really have any stable person in my life, so I tried to make it work. Even though he would get angry fast, he would always be fighting with my mom, and then always act like it was her fault, which again, she asked for it, but I mean, if he wasn't a loser or cheating on trying to meet up and get car parts at 2 in the morning, would you really be that mad? Probably not. I don't think anyone's buying car parts at 2 in the morning like he tried to convince her. That's one day I remember. And it was right when we moved into an old farmhouse, which that's all we could afford, but they had an argument over that, and I'm like, is this the guy you want to stay married to? And she did for 8 years, but the fact of the matter is, and this was like years later, he ended up going to jail. He convinced her when he got out of jail he went for two months, which was nothing. He deserved probably a lot longer, but he went for 2 months, and then he got back with my mom, cheated on her, because his other girl got him another phone, and then she still cried when he left. I'm like, I don't understand why you care so much. Like, he doesn't even care about you, dude.
Don't have to hold you accountable to what you say.
I'm trying to hold him accountable, but he won't let me.
That's what you've been trying to do for the past 2-3 months.
I just seen he was talking a lot of shit, so I said I haven't streamed in. I don't know when's the last time I streamed. It's got to be a couple years. I don't do it. Let's go to live. 2 years ago, no, 4 years ago was the last time I streamed. That's weird. Yeah, but like, so it's like, I guess you can say my mom was never meant to get married to her second husband, but she accidentally got pregnant. And I don't see how that works out, because he told her before she got pregnant he got another girl pregnant, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. Yeah. That sounds about right. And then my mom's third husband, I was a fourth husband, third husband, he was pretty bad too. He had 2 kids of his own, and you know how people are. Their kids are better than your kids. To them, of course. So, there's that. this, and I wasn't here for this one story, but my brother told me. I think I was at work or something. They said the next person who complains doesn't get to go to them to like the store or something. So then his kids were one of his kids were complaining, and then he let him go to the store anyway. But the whole moral of the story is, if it would have been my brother, my sister, or someone who wasn't his kid, then they wouldn't have went to the store. They wouldn't have got anything, and he would have made sure of that because he has to make sure people do whatever. But shortly after that, I realized that's not the place I want to be around, and here I am. I moved out, and that was a couple. Well, probably, yeah, it was quite a while ago now, but. So, I don't know. I went on a big rant on psychobabble, but I realized, like, I'm not as upset as I thought I was before. And sadly, when I made some of these videos, I literally took hours and hours going through every single second of his lives to waste my life over him. My longest one is an hour and 5 minutes, man. That was not fun. The 47-minute one. It's very hard, and I can understand a lot of these people are living at home. You have no credit, and ain't no one gonna give no one. You can't get an apartment for a decent price. You're not making enough money. It's unless you have like a roommate, which if you're living on your own, why do you want a roommate? That's kind of it's really hard actually. And if you got the wrong kind of parents, they ain't helping you out. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't help you how you fill out applications, how do you get approved for stuff. They don't teach you that, how to get a credit. I didn't learn how to get credit in school. No, obviously I had to learn it in the real world, but I mean, it would have been helpful. Yeah, they are. We got lucky, and for the longest time we lived in like a 3-bedroom for like $750. But then, they ended up they ended up selling the house, and then my mom got evicted because they were selling the house. Which she should have bought the house. She was supposed to buy the house, but she didn't do that. Too busy chasing men around, and her dad, well, thankful to him, he ended up co-signing to get her a house. He put a mortgage on his house, and I'm like, why would you let him do that? Because last time I checked, she was 3 payments behind, and if she doesn't get the payments and he can't afford the payments, then he loses his house and she loses the house she's in, so she'll have nowhere to live. $750, no, yeah, $750 isn't bad for. It was like a real house though, not like an apartment or a trailer, which nothing wrong with that, but like, yeah, that was a good price. Oh yeah, and you gotta pay property tax. The government taxes you on everything. You gotta pay. You gotta pay tax if you own land. You gotta pay tax if you own a house and all that. I think that's the same thing though. You got to pay tax for your vehicles, all of that. But that's the thing. School teaches you math. They teach you, but they don't teach you the real world. In the real world, I didn't learn how to pay tax for my car. I didn't learn how to register a car, how to register a deed for a house if I wanted to buy a house, or all this stuff. I didn't learn none of that. Sadly, yeah, you want to own your own stuff, but you got to pay. Probably, yeah. I think like my grandfather was paying like 1,000, but he was only for his vehicle, so he had like a boat, an RV, and then like 2 cars. But he can't even afford his RV now because I guess the whole taking a second mortgage out for mom's house. I don't know. Or maybe because of gas. I think it might have been because of gas, but I don't know. It's sadly at the end of the year whenever it comes, and I don't really make a lot of money. At the end of the year, whenever I got my tax reform, so I could get taxes back, I had to actually pay money to the government. I'm like, and taking money, they're still taking money out of my check every week. You know, every paycheck I get, they're still taking money out. But I owed money. I'm like, how did I? All right.
Or when that friend
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, you know, things are getting more expensive. People can afford to pay you more. So if you got a job and you're making a decent amount of money, you're not getting more money. No one can afford to give you more money. But you got to pay more for everything. And I'm like, at the end of the year, when I have to pay taxes for making money, I'm like, aren't you taking taxes out of my check? Which they are, obviously. I checked, and they're taking. I'm like, all right. Now, granted, I did get some money back on state taxes, but even that, I still owed more money on federal taxes. So all that money that I get, which is very little, I just end up paying to them anyway. I'm like, why don't you just take that money and stop trying to make me think I'm getting money back, dude? So whenever I worked, I don't know, actually, I've never really had to pay money back until when I got my job now, which is crazy because they still take money out of my check, dude. And then the price of everything, I got laid off in 2020, and I didn't get any unemployment or nothing for all that because too many scams. So all the people scamming, good, they got their unemployment money, which they really weren't unemployed. They never had a job or something. I don't know. And I went through that. I had no money. Like, what was I supposed to do? Oh, well, I ended up getting my money when I started working again. So I was, getting a check. So I don't see the point of that. Wow, yeah. I couldn't pay one where I live and one where I work now. But yeah, I was working at the car factory where they make the windshield, so you got it. And they got closed down for two months due to whenever all the pandemic first started. And I wasn't making any money. Well, I mean, no, I really wasn't making any money. I didn't quit my job. I was still employed there, but I wasn't getting unemployment, dude. And then all these other people are getting unemployment. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? It just felt so like I was so betrayed because I worked at this factory for over a year. I worked there for I think a year and 6 months. And they never wanted to hire me full time. I don't know why. I worked full time hours. I was there for a year and 6 months, so I was definitely a full time worker. People would get there, not even work a full day and quit and walk out the door. But after a year and 6 months, I was like, all right, whatever. And then I kind of quit. But the moral of the story is I'm not a person who just quit something because it's hard, which it was hard. 12-hour days in a factory is not fun. But I mean, I do whatever I got to do, and if I have to work a factory job, I'm gonna work the job to make a paycheck, But I can't do that after I worked that long, and they still won't hire me full time. So people were doing the same stuff as me, getting more money, and they weren't doing more than me. They were probably actually doing less than me because I was moving around the factory. I was like, dude, are you gonna hire me full time or not? And then she actually never did. And then after I quit, they wanted me to come back, and I was like, I'm good with. Yeah, factory work. Yeah, I don't understand how it works because I went to the temp agency, which I didn't know you could go straight to the company. I went to the temp agency, and after 3 months, you get hired on full time. Well, 3 months came and gone, and I was not hired on full time. So I kept going, and they're like, "Oh, well, we can't hire you full time right now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I was seeing these people come and go. People can't handle a factory. Not everyone can handle a factory job. It's demanding. It's not fun. Working ain't fun, but I mean, those jobs are really suck. So I ended up learning all the jobs. Well, like I learned at least half the jobs in the whole entire factory. I asked them multiple times, keep me on the same line. I want to work the same line. I don't want to do all this transferring stuff. Multiple promises later, I'm still switching lines. Someone didn't come in. We need someone over here. I gotta learn new stuff. Which, okay, I'll learn it. Man, I don't know, but I'll learn it. But at the same time, she kept promising me, I'll keep you on the same line. We'll just let you stay. And then, when you switch all these jobs, you switch different shifts and you do all this different changes. I'm like, I want to keep the same shift. I want to keep the same line, and I just want to do the same thing. Maybe I got a month on the same line, and the next thing I know, yeah, we need you over here. I'm like, well, didn't I just tell you I want to keep the same shift and the same line? Well, we have to have someone. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now, ain't no job worth losing fingers for. They ain't paying you enough and you ain't getting enough. They don't care about you enough. I was lifting glass and putting it on a machine, so embarrassingly, I went to the first room. The glass was real fragile and I was being too rough and I broke one, and the guy was like, yeah, we don't need you over here. So I went to the other line where it was only me, and all day I would load pallets of well over 100 pieces of glass per pallet on the thing. Like I would do a lot, 12 hours worth. So realistically, it was like 11 hours worth because you got like a 45, no, it was a 30 or 45 minute break, and then I got a 15 every 2 hours, so it averaged out. But then again, I didn't really get any breaks because, well, yeah, I did. I got every break, but. A finger and a thumb, yeah, I would quit that then. But yeah, so I had gloves on, of course. They were cut resistant, and I had the jacket and the glasses. But so think about lifting a windshield all day, every day. Well, I didn't do that all day, every day because I kept getting switched on different lines, but that was the main thing I was doing. And then they had this one real easy job in the factory. You sit on a chair that sucks. It's like broken, but it's not broken, but it should be broken. And you press a button, and you have like a little chalk thing, and you just mark every defect, and the people double check it. So I don't know why I'm even marking defects if I see one. And then you press a button, and that's literally all you do. And if I fall asleep there, it was not my fault. And I have a few times. I was sitting there, and I was like, But towards the end of my shift, of course, in the beginning, it's like, this is easy, man. This is nice. And then I realized after 12 hours, I hate that job. Because if I'm gonna be doing something, I want to be doing something, not just sitting in a chair pressing a button all day. Exactly. It was quality control, but you got 6 other people over here, and they're double checking everything. Like, what's the point, man? And you know, even if someone's like bad, they ain't gonna throw it away unless it's like real bad. They're gonna just try to fix it, which in reality, you can't fix a lot of them. And then one day I come into work and they're like, "Oh, you don't have to work today," and I'm like, "What?" So I worked for like 4 hours, and I went in there. I talked to the temp lady, and I was like, "Dude, I'm leaving." She said, "Hey, like, I'm leaving. I don't gotta work today, man." And I come back, and she's like, "Yeah, the line manager was mad because you left." And I'm like, "I didn't even have to work today. I mean, yeah, the other day, I worked 4 hours for you guys, and you're gonna be mad about that." I spoke to you before I left. I said, "Hey, it's okay if I leave," and you were like, "Yeah." So I'm like, you guys gotta get over that. Look, I mean, I respect people who want to work a factory job for the rest of their life. There were people who worked over there well over 20 years. I know this one lady was on her 23rd year. Good for them, but I'm telling you now, that is not something I want to do for 20 years because they don't care about you enough. They don't really care about you at all. Let's see, I made 1050 working 12 hours, which is good because you know got a lot of hours. So I did make decent paychecks, but the money for the hours and the work were not worth it. Yeah, they definitely do. They like to lead you on. I would go in there almost every week. I would ask them, when am I getting hired on full time? When am I getting full time pay? And like, they don't know. And I'm like, if you don't know, who knows? Like, for real. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. And then, you know, the older you get, you're gonna have a lot of issues. And yeah, a lot of those people who worked there for a long time, I don't see how they could work 20, 22, 23 years at a factory. Uh, yeah, I don't have much experience with horses. Uh, my dad's dad used to own a farm, and then he sold it. And then he bought another farm and sold it. They had horses, but you know, I don't know them too well, so I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah, I can imagine them not being good, man. And the benefits, well, some I'll say some give you good benefits, but you know, a lot of them don't give you, you know, enough benefits to really matter. I don't even think I got any benefits when I was working there. I couldn't even call in if I was sick or if anything. You know, you can't even call in. You know, they're like, you call in, you know, you're gonna be fired. I'm like, dude, if I'm dying, I can't even call in. Exactly. Well, this one time they put me in this brand new room I've never done before, and I was there for like filling in for someone so they could go on break or something. And a lot of the glass got really messed up. Now I'm not saying it was from me, which it was from me, but okay, I am.
But it wasn't my fault because they moved me around. I've never done that job before, and it was a complicated, difficult job to. I learned it well, no, not obviously, but I ended up having to work there over and over. So I ended up learning it and fixing all the mistakes I did. But a lot of glass was really messed up, and I'm like, I didn't know, man. It really does because at a point I feel bad, like, yeah, I messed up a bunch of glass, but at the same time it wasn't just me. The lead was there. He showed me how to do it, and he was supervising me, which he really obviously wasn't because it all got messed up. But we fixed it out and I figured it all out. It's because each individual windshield, they're all different. They all take different types of vinyl or whatever you put between them, and you got to do them different spaces, and it's real complicated because you got to line it up and you can't hardly see it, and I can barely see as it is. I need glasses, but I don't got no insurance for glasses, and I don't got no money. I don't want to waste on glasses. Yeah, they better expect a few disasters because I knew this one guy who he came into work whenever I did. We started together. He didn't last a week, man. I'm like, I'm still here, dude. And yeah, I was there for, yeah, I think it was a year and a half or something. Well, years ago, and this was a very long time ago, last time I ever got an eye exam, the dude told me that it wouldn't help in my eyes. And, I'm at the point where I can see good enough and glasses wouldn't really make too much of a difference, so there's that. I can pretty much see everything, but if you want me to read a sign, unless I'm up close, I'm not reading that sign. It's alright, but it sucks. Like, if you're driving somewhere and you have no idea what you're doing, and you need to, if you got a GPS are nice, but sometimes they're not the best. And I'm trying to read the signs. If I'm not up close, I'm not reading the sign. And I ain't trying to wreck, so I ain't trying to squint to read a sign. I'm like, I guess I just follow GPS. I go out of my way. I miss the turn. I'm like, oh well. Yeah, I can understand that. I freaking hate driving at night. I feel like my headlights are never bright enough, although they're pretty bright. But I can't. And then living in the middle of nowhere, so all you get is trees. You ain't got street lights. You ain't got nothing to really help you out. You get a car light, but man, I'm telling you, anytime a car drives by at night, it's blinding me, dude. And I'm like trying to just focus on the road. I'm not speeding at night. People can be mad. Dang, I couldn't imagine losing vision like that. It kind of seems scary. I can tell you, I wouldn't want to be blind. I like my vision. And then the fact is, like, right when you get to one of the roads close to my house, this dude who lives way back, he has some dogs. They like to run, and sometimes I feel like I'm gonna run it over, and I brake my car while I slow down, but the dog is smart enough not to go under my car. But I'm like, sometimes I think he's not, because he gets it real close, and I'm like, and I want to be mad, and I want to go tell the guy to put his dogs up, but I mean, it's the middle of nowhere. You don't have to tell anyone anything. They do whatever they want.
And they're like, I feel like they would be nice, but they're kind of big, so they're kind of scary to me. Like, I don't want a dog to come and bite me, which obviously I wouldn't care too much, but it's not something I want a dog to come and bite me, so I don't stop. I feel like they'd be friendly, but I'm not gonna find out anytime soon. Yeah. See, they need inside dogs, I guess. I got a cat, but he's an outside cat, and I've never seen him in the road. He's always on my porch begging for food. Yeah, we used to have a dog like that. It was like a pit bull. Yeah, pretty bad. So it liked us because we raised it from a baby, but it wouldn't. Once it got out, it would bite literally anyone. And then one day it bit the wrong guy and got put down. I'm like, uh, yeah, pretty smart, but this one is pretty fat. I think I've been feeding him too much. So all he does is every time I come home from work, on the porch wants food. I'll wake up in the morning on the porch wants food. I could leave a big pile of food, and then he'll still want more food. I'm like, yeah. So there's a guy that lives like right down the road. You can probably see it from my driveway. He has like a bunch of small goats there, and then there's one like dog that hangs around him. I'm like, why do people want goats, dude? They're cool though, but they don't make no noises or nothing. Not that I know of. I don't listen, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I know cat. I get so annoyed by the cat. Like it makes me like so like aggravated. And then I want sometimes when I come home and he's not by the door, I'm like I feel like I want him by the door though, even though it annoys me. Because then I look for him. Well, I don't really look for him, but I look around and make sure he's not around. So I'm not gonna leave food out if he's not coming around because we got raccoons. There's a possum. I caught it in a trap twice. I of course let him go, but I caught him in there so he knows not to come around eating the cat food. Yeah, he lives. It's like just a giant field. He has a house in the back, but there's like I would say over 20 goats in the field. It might be pygmy goats. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. I went to I don't know actually. Probably though. You might be right. They're real small, so they're not big. Oh man, I wish I caught a skunk. I would make him my pet. I caught a raccoon, and I wanted to make him my pet, and then he growled at me, and I was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." And then I let him go, but they get into the garbage. They eat the cat food. Like 2 nights ago, I had to run outside because they were gonna attack the cat, and I was like, I don't leave food out for raccoons. I leave it for the cat to eat. Like, get out of here. And he ran under the house, but the cat just stood there. I'm like, stop standing there, go. Yeah, it sounds pretty. It sounds pretty bad. It don't sound too well. I would be pretty mad if I got blasted by a skunk. I wanted to be my pet. I'm like, you would have a much better life than the wild. But so this one time, and this is how I know I live. Probably no, this probably could happen anywhere. I pulled out the driveway to go to work, and that was whenever I was thinking I want a raccoon as a a pet, which you really shouldn't take wild animals, of course. And there was like one in the middle of the road, and I was like, "Is this dead or what's up? Did it just get hit by a car?" And then I see three baby possums, and I'm like, "Oh crap! Let me grab these real fast before they get ran over." And it's not like the side of the road; it's like literally the like middle of the road, so they're gonna get ran over. I'm like, I know they're gonna get ran over. So I ended up having three, and I was like, I can raise these as my own and have three possums. So I go to work. Yeah, well, in the state I live in, it's pretty reasonably flex. They don't really care, and I'm not gonna tell any government people because I live quite a ways out, so no one's really checking. But so I ended up giving them away to an animal shelter, but so I went to work. And after I got off of work, I come back home, and I still have these with me, of course. I don't think I worked the full day. I ended up leaving early. But I go home, and I went to the neighbor, and there was one still on the road, and she was just watching. I'm like, what the heck? And I grabbed it off the road, so that was four total. And then I went over, and I gave it to some shelter. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But they released them probably by now. So they're just real complicated to handle. My mom had one when she was a kid. They raised one, so I thought it would be like fun or easy. And then I'm like, they must have raised it wrong because I looked it up and you can't do regular milk. They were like, give it regular milk and stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to a shelter, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. A baby raccoon, lucky you. I never got one. And I tried to catch one, but I only got the possum twice, and I'm like, I'm done with the trap. Because the one I have is it's a coyote trap, so it's big enough to get, a good sized animal because way back when I had chickens, the fox was coming around and eating them, and I wanted a trap big enough to get him. So I caught him, but, I called the game people, and they're like, there's nothing you can do. He's like, just let him go. Which I really wanted to kill it, but you gotta follow the law. And that was that. Yeah, I get jealous when I see people who have raccoons on the internet. They have like little pets that are raccoons. But yeah, there's a possum that likes to live around here. He messes with stuff. And then we got a few raccoons. But I don't know. I haven't seen them lately. I don't know if that was a possum. I think it might have been a possum I seen the other night. They're so annoying. Like, so annoying. What I do is, if I wake up and he was in the trap, I go outside, I open the door, and I tell him to get out. I could even scoot the thing all the way up, and he still wouldn't get out of the trap. So I just left it open and went to work, and I come back and he was gone. But I mean, a good 20 minutes trying to get him out of the trap, and I'm not touching him. He's gonna bite me. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Now the smaller ones were fine. They weren't biting me. They were cool, but I'm not gonna touch a full grown one. Whenever I had a dog here, he would not catch anything. Wow, 2 to 3 is a good number. My dog would not even catch the fox. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I can imagine. Michael Browse, who is this? I don't remember tagging this guy. Oh. Oh, okay. I can't read, by the way. Wow, yeah. The cat I have now, there was a mouse running in the living room, and he just sit there, and I'm like, one job, one one job, and he could not do it. He gets fed like a king. He was fat. Now he ain't doing wrong because he's fat, and that's when he was inside though. He used to be inside, and then he would get on all the furniture, cat hair everywhere. I would go everywhere with cat hair on me. I'm like, I don't want cat hair all over me, dude. If you don't even catch a mouse from me. Yeah, that was pretty tragic then. And then I ended up catching it, and yeah, and then I gave it to the cat, and the cat let it go. I was like, because I wanted him to go for the mouse, but it didn't happen. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty tired. I didn't sleep last night, and it's almost 1 in the morning. And I had to work all day. But yeah, my cat is so annoying. So originally it was a stray, and then I was grateful enough to take it to my house and feed it, and it's fat now. And he wants me to pet him, but if I pet him, he scratches me. But if I don't pet him, which I never do, because he scratches me, then he gets mad. I'm like, in what world does that make sense? Yeah, and the problem with me is, it's not that I don't sleep. This is the thing. I stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I have to get up in the morning for work, and then I do it all over again. And sometimes I'd be staying up till 6 or 7, and I'm like, because now I can't just sleep at night because I stay up so late. So then now when I try to go to bed at like 10 or a good time, I just can't sleep. But then I still have to go to work to make a paycheck, so I'm stuck at working. And then I'm tired during work, but when I get home, I'm not tired, which is weird. Yeah, that's crazy. A long time ago, I would work at 4 in the morning, and I would be staying up to like 1 or 2 in the morning every single night, and I would go to sleep at like 1 or 2. I would get up at 3, so mostly I would try to go to bed at by 1. I would get up at 3 and have to be at work by 4, and I did that for a while. My sister takes that, but I don't know about none of that. I know what you mean, but I feel like, and this is also back when I was working 12-hour shift. Um, I really didn't have time to do anything. I would get home and I would be tired, but I would when I would get something to eat, and then next thing I know, I want to do something because I waste all my day working in a factory for 12 hours. I don't want to go straight to bed. That ain't no life, man. So then I end up doing something. Next thing I know, it's real late, and I gotta get up and go to work. So I'm like, I'm not getting no sleep, I guess. Sometimes I would try to make myself, and I would lay down for hours and literally hours, and I'm like, what? I could be doing something right now. I'm just laying here and I'm not falling asleep. So I'm like, what am I doing? So then if I lay there for at least like 30, 40 minutes, I turn the TV on or I get up and do something because I'm like, I know I ain't gonna fall asleep. But then I don't want to get up in the morning because I know I'm tired, but I gotta get up, because I can't be late. And I'm like, I should have went to bed last night. But knowing myself, I'm never gonna go to sleep at a decent time because if I try to go to sleep, I'm not gonna fall asleep. Exactly, no use doing that. Even if I'm tired in the morning, I know for a fact I will not fall asleep if I try to lay down. So why would I even do that? That's not something I want to do. Which I have before. But like then on the days I'm off, I always get up because I don't want to waste my day sleeping. Like this morning, I was like so tired I did not want to get up, and I'm like, I should have went to bed last night. And then I was like almost not about to get up, and then I got up. I was like, dang it, why do I do this every night? I definitely do need to go to bed, but I don't know. Yeah. I just realized it's almost 1. What the heck? Exactly what I'm saying. Every time I plan to do stuff, I say I'll do it later. And next thing I know, it's like real late, like 10 or 11 at night. And then I'm like, I better do this stuff right now before I go to sleep. Then I never go to sleep. I say I'll do it on my day off, and then the whole day off I do other stuff, and then it's like, yeah, it's real late at night, and I'm like, I better hurry up and do this before I have to go to work. It is not a good way to do stuff, but at least it gets done. Right? Like, sometimes I feel like I should just get a dishwasher. I'm so sick of washing the same dishes over and over. As soon as I wash something, I'm like, I need a plate. And then I use the same exact plate I just washed. Or I need a bowl. I'm like, oh my god, I need a dishwasher. I appreciate it. I normally don't stream, but I was like, I might as well tonight, man. I got nothing else to do.
Dude, yeah, I remember whenever I was growing up and we had a dishwasher, and my mom would say, you have to wash the dishes before you put them. Yeah. Only reason I even ate the noodles is because Babel said it was impolite to eat on stream, and I was like, conveniently, I just made them, so I'm like, I might as well eat them. Conveniently, though. Yeah. I really only did to make him mad. Because I don't care if he thinks it's impolite. But yeah. I really hate when people are like, you gotta wash your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. I'm like, then what's the point of a dishwasher? Although you really should scrape some of the bigger stuff off. It was pretty funny. That's about it though. I haven't done none since that, I don't think. Or I might. No, I think that was like the last one I did. Yeah, I don't like to be that guy to say some stuff you can't take back. Some stuff you go too far. Yeah, run them twice. Cause my mom would always be mad, or her ex-husband would always get mad. You gotta wash the dishes first, and I'm like, then what's the point of a dishwasher? I'll just wash them in the sink. But he's like, no. He said you gotta wash them and then you put them in the dishwasher. I'm like, all right. And now lately it's getting very, very cold. And right as we speak, my feet are freezing. Exactly what I'm saying. It's like whenever we had to do chores and he would come home and they weren't done, and I'm like, and then I would start to do it whenever he would get home, and he's like, it's too late to do it now. I'm like, why is it too late? Like, it gets done either way, dude. And that would make him so mad. And it's not like I would do it on purpose. I just didn't have priorities. It started to snow, but it didn't stick, thankfully, because I freaking hate the freezing cold. And my Jeep is junk, so my 4-wheel drive does not work. I'm like, what's the point of having a Jeep with no 4-wheel drive? It looks cool, but no 4-wheel drive means. Yeah, why does anyone care? As long as it gets done, what does it matter? Just let it get done. Not to mention he quit every job he had, so I didn't like he was doing much. He was on unemployment for over a year. So yeah. It really doesn't matter. I'm like, if he wasn't my sister's dad, then I really wouldn't even care about him. But I only get what? Yeah, I only get 2 sisters, so I gotta have one.
Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying. They don't mean nothing. They can go. Alright. Probably need to get off anyway. About to fall asleep. Yeah, I'm always the same. Never any good. But I guess I'm alright.